What's up, Southerners? FMG here, coming at you with another video. Quick update on progression, on my progression, and to touch more on progression itself in the game. I know I've touched on it a bit before in previous videos, but you know, I might delve into it a little bit more here and touch on some rune specifics. So let's get right into it. As you can see, I've hit level 21, so a little over halfway to 40. So that's not to say I'm halfway done the game by any means. As you can see, we'll jump into the battles scenarios. I've gone through first five stages, and I've gone through from normal to hell modes. Yeah, and mostly just trying to get, you know, 3 and 4 star runes from them, just to kind of bank and put aside. But it does take quite some time to build up the inventory. So I've made it all the way through to Famine on normal. I've done a couple of Aiden Forest levels, mostly with the help of my friends, from the friends list. And as of today, I've been pretty much in the secret dungeon trying to get my serpent, at least, in hopes of eventually getting Beretta and fusing Beretta. That's for another day though. But I've been on B3 farming that like mad, trying to get decent runes for my monsters. So, talking about progression, everybody's going to do this differently. Obviously, not everybody's going to go through normal to hard through all of these. Get through Famine in order to get your Light and Dark Scroll, and really the main early game runes are going to be within these first 5 levels anyway. Yeah, Guard you're not really going to use early on. Endure and Shield. You'll notice people with those in the game, but early on you're going to want some Fatal Blade. So that was Blade in Kabir. Mount Sid's going to give you Fatal. Energy for sure. Swift from Ragan here. That's a good one for support. So if you do some Swift Focus, which is here, that's good for early on. And actually seeing that drop info, seeing that it has potential to drop that Wind Inugami, that's going to be needed for a decent Dragons team. Anyway, so you're going to want to go through here, and as you're starting off, you're going to want to build up. You know, make sure your monsters have 2-star runes. Get those up, and again, as discussed earlier, you're not going to want to rune them past level 6. Yeah, 2 and 3 star runes, probably not past level 6. So get those, make sure you have them on your monsters, and make sure they work for each monster. And how will they do that, and how you know, I'll probably jump into that in a different video, but you'll just want to get decent rune sets for your monsters up to about level 3, 4 if you can, because in Hell there is a chance of 4-star runes dropping. So if you luck out, definitely pop them on your monsters, and that's going to help you out quite a bit. So from there, once you start getting your rune sets, you're going to want to jump into, obviously you've cleared these, you've got your Light and Dark Scroll, whether you've used it to summon yet or not, different story. But once you do that, once you have some decent runes, you're going to want to come into the Giants. The first thing you should be focusing on, and it's something that I didn't do the first time around on my first account, something that I've actually noticed myself getting away from on this one already, and that's focus on a Giants team. What that means is you want to get through 1 to 12 or 1 to 10, sorry, and you want to build a team for giants. That should be the first goal. And what you're going to want to do is build a wind team or a wind light mix team. So right now, we'll pop in and check out my monsters. Right now, for this wind team, I've got Shannon, who is the shit. So obviously she's not ruined great, because I would like some a focus despair set of runes on her. But for right now, I've got her on speed, HP, and HP. She should be either HP accuracy, speed HP accuracy, but you're going to want her to be accurate enough that her stats and her skills land and that they're effective. And that's across the board. You want all your monsters to be effective in one way or another. So her skills, the decelerate attacks enemies, decreasing your attack speed for 2 turns with an 80% chance on each target. So if you see down below, once you level her up, and by leveling up you can use either Devilmons or other pixies to increase her leveling. Once you do that, so here it shows the harmful effect rate increased at level 3 by 10%. So that 80 goes to 90. At level 5 it goes to 100%. Now 100% isn't 100% because there's I think Calm has a 13% buffer in there, just so it gives somebody else a chance if you're attacking somebody, like in the arena, let's say. So there's that, and this pep talk, which increases the attack power and the defense of all allies for 3 turns. The cooldown time is 3 turns because I have it at level 2. That means you can have, if she's surviving, she's got that defense and attack buff on you all the time. Incredible. So she's number 1 in that list. So she's what would be considered a buffer. What you need on a team is a buffer, a healer, a debuffer, so somebody that takes a buff off the boss or off the enemy, and then a couple of attack kind of filler positions. So in Giants, if you haven't been there yet, in the dungeons, you get 5 monsters to take in to each battle. So the 3 main ones: healer, buffer, and debuffer. So right now I have her as my buff, and then I have Rakaja as my healer. And if I'm not mistaken, Shannon is a 2-star and Rakaja might be a 2-star. So, and they fall frequently in the shop, so you can always pick them up. It's not, or even from your unknown scrolls. Like they're not tough monsters to get. So he's another one. On the wind day, which I think is tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to try to get the wind Inugami. Where is he at? Where is he? So the wind Inugami, Ramahan. So I'm going to try and attempt to get him. Why? Because he's going to be what I would use as my cleanser, as my debuff. So attacks the enemy and removes all beneficial effects. Removing those beneficial effects, cleansing those beneficial effects from the boss. So if I can end up getting him out of secret dungeons tomorrow, that would be great. You can also, like I showed you before, you can get him from the map as well. There is that chance of him dropping, but I'm hoping that it might be a bit easier to get him through the secret dungeons and spamming the chat to try and get people to let me into their secret dungeons. So he'll be my cleanser, and that'll be the main trio that I take into and that I build as my Dragons team. The other option, if I don't end up getting not Rakaja, Ramahan tomorrow is a light Inugami on Sunday. A little tougher to get, but again, there are so many people that are in there trying to find them that I should be able to get into, at the very least, get in and find secret dungeons to get him. So those will be the 3. And then after that, another buff kind of in the 4 slot will be the Wind Griffin. Again, he's another one that drops throughout the scenarios. He's also one that you can get from secret dungeons as well. So if I can get him and Ramahan tomorrow, that would be incredible, and I'd be super, super happy. The reason why I want the Wind Griffin is because of his buff to speed up the entire team. So increases the attack bar and increases its speed for 2 turns. Not too bad. You want your guys pumping out as much damage as they can, as often as they can. Not only that, but he's got this as well, the Body Slam. Weakens your attack and attack power and defense. So if the giant isn't hitting you as hard, you're lasting a little bit longer. And if that defense break is on as well, you're hitting him harder. So it's a double-edged sword. Incredible monster. Get him sped up so he keeps feeding the rest of the team the speed, and laying down that defense and attack break as well. And then as far as another monster, the next one will be a pure attack monster. You want to get him built up to hopefully withstand a decent amount. You will have, again, Shannon to buff and give you a defensive boost, but you'll want some staying power in your attacker, and hopefully somebody that will add some dots, some what's it called, or some continuous damage. The guy that I'm looking to build is right here. So he's got okay, sorry. So attacks all enemies, reduces their attack power for 2 turns. Another AoE attack break. And this brings down the attack bar to 0. This won't be not quite what I was talking about, but again, equally as good, because if I can end up drawing down the attack bar of a giant, he'll clearly not get off the attacks as often. He'll get that every 7th hit attack, but his main attack will be minimized. So yeah, he's who I'm looking for. But obviously, I'm hoping to possibly get and pull somebody. Was he Taharis? Attack crit rate. Additionally, your attack bar increases by 30, so not there. Oh, here we go. So maybe I'll have to do a Taharis for this skill. Inflicts a deep wound on the target, leaving 2 continuous damage effects for 3 turns. So that's key. So each continuous damage effect, I believe, takes off 10%, 5% each. We'll go with 5. So having 2 on there's 10% of the damage for 3 turns. Not too bad if you can get that off and make it stick. So his attack is going to be good. So I might have to switch over and look at getting him going, and I'm hoping that I have, and I do. So I'll look to build him up as opposed to the Inferno. and use him as my main attacker. But tomorrow it's wind day. I'm hoping it's wind day, and that I get to pull a bunch of of essence first of all, so I can awaken the monsters after, and then also pull the wind griffin and the Inugami, and then I'm set, because I do have the attacker. I've got the healer and the buff, so that's kind of what you want to focus on. And then, from what I understand and from what I've read and heard and seen, in order to kind of get through 1 to 10, 10 you're probably going to want to not max. You're going to want to have at least 15k of HP, and you're probably, as far as defense, not sure. I will get back to you on that one. And speed as much as you can, and you want to get the max skills. So those skills that I was showing you earlier, you're going to want to have those maxed on everybody. So right here, so I have 3 more levels of this spirit ball to get through, and another 2 here, and that was full. So you want those skills maxed. You want ideal runes, and you're going to want runes with substats that help. So speed, crit rate, again, she's not runed very well, and I'm fully aware of that. But this is just interim to get her through, to get me through to the next few levels of the dungeon, where I can start getting better drops. Because right now, you know what, I'm gonna run through one of the dungeons here. So level 3 is one that I know I can get through. So I've got the Hellhound and the Pirate, mostly for their damage, and their damage boost, because it's a wind giant. So let's just jump in and you'll see just how powerful those 2 are as far as attacking goes. And yeah, it is a decent team for this floor, but again, because I don't have proper rune optimization, anything more and beyond this is a bit of a struggle. So you'll notice I do have the water Garuda in there, Konamiya. That's because I want to level him up. He is a cleanser, and I suppose if I don't end up getting Ramahan, that he might be able to help me out for Giants 10. So I will build up Konamiya in the meantime until I do get the Wind Inugami, and see kind of how far he takes me in this team. And again, I will try and get those light monsters as well, just because they are quite useful and versatile. Unfortunately, I don't believe they get the element advantage like the wind monsters will in GB10, but they just are great monsters to have on your team. So got Squat there, but through levels 1 to 3, I believe it's there's still the chance of getting 2-star runes. So once you start getting 4, 5, 6, 5 and 6, you're getting away from the 2-star runes completely. I will be posting a link to drop percentages, so take a look for that down below. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to leave it now. But look for your wind team, your Giants team. I've heard great things and research that the team that I just laid out, the Wind Pixie, Wind Yeti, Win Inugami, the three to focus on, because you've got your buffer, your healer, and your debuffer, and then the Griffin as a speed boost, kind of a support, and yeah, then an attacker under the wind. The Inferno is what I was looking at, but I think I'll end up changing over just to have that continuous damage effect with the Elemental. So, yeah, good luck tomorrow in the Wind Dungeons. I do hope that it is tomorrow, and I will be back to do some more summoning once I get to that 750 crystal mark, and hopefully hit some more lightning at that 2 to 3 minute past the hour mark again. I have tried a couple recently, and those were kind of bust, but I kind of stepped out of my rules, so to speak. So I'm gonna hit that 750. I'm gonna get the that pack, the premium pack, and do a bit of a summoning. I'll probably end up posting my my other account, because I will be getting that summoning pack tomorrow. So yeah, look for that. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Let me know below. Subscribe, please. I will try to get more content out there, and try and get different gaming going. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and FMG out.